You ever walk into work thinking, yep, this is gonna be the worst summer of my life? Well, that was me, Ethan Parker, 16 years old, sworn hater of ugly uniforms and early mornings. Except this summer wasn't just terrible. It was a straight-up disaster because standing behind the counter was the last person I ever wanted to see. Tyler Brooks, my rival since middle school. The guy. You ever walk into work thinking, yep, this is gonna be the worst summer of my life? Well, that was me, Ethan Parker, 16 years old, sworn hater of ugly uniforms and early mornings. Except this summer wasn't just terrible. It was a straight-up disaster because standing behind the counter was the last person I ever wanted to see. Tyler Brooks, my rival since middle school. The guy who once told everyone I cried during Finding Nemo. I didn't cry. Okay, fine, maybe a little. The manager cheerfully said, "You two will make a great team this summer." And all I could think was, yeah. If by team you mean sworn enemies in polyester uniforms. But here's the thing, I wasn't prepared. Not for the heat of the kitchen, not for the smell of grease, and definitely not for the fact that Tyler had somehow gotten hotter since last year. Like, rude. Completely unnecessary. "Don't burn the fries," he said to me with that condescending tone. Meanwhile, he was the one who nearly set the napkin dispenser on fire 5 minutes later. And then, plot twist. Guess who had to serve the first customer of the day? Us. Together. Like some kind of tragic rom-com nobody asked for. That's when I realized this summer was going to test my patience, my pride, and maybe my ability to not punch Tyler in the face. By the way, if you want to see how badly this blows up in my face, and trust me, it does, hit that like button and subscribe. Otherwise, you'll never know if I survive the summer, or if I fall in love with the last guy I expected. The worst part? Tyler didn't just work at the diner. No. His mom owned the place, which meant he thought he was some kind of burger royalty. And just when I thought it couldn't get more humiliating, his mom handed us matching hats. Hats, with a cheeseburger embroidered on them. "Don't worry," Tyler said. "You almost look good in it." Almost. That word did permanent damage to my self-esteem. But fine, whatever. I decided I'd just keep my head down, survive the summer, and pretend Tyler didn't exist. Spoiler, that plan lasted about 4 seconds, because suddenly the diner got busy. And Tyler? He shoved a tray into my hands and said, "You got this, right?" Like I was his servant. Of course, 2 seconds later, I tripped over a chair leg. And let's just say, milkshake showers are not as fun as they sound. Tyler rushed over, not to help me. Oh no, to whisper, "Wow, smooth. Really showing off your skills." If murder wasn't illegal, Tyler Brooks would have been a goner right there. But then, something weird happened. Later that night, when the diner finally closed, Tyler actually apologized. I didn't even know that word was in his vocabulary. "Sorry about earlier," he muttered, staring at the floor. "I didn't mean to embarrass you." And for some reason, that made my brain froze. Because in that moment, Tyler didn't look like my rival. He looked like a guy who was just human. And unfortunately for me, my heart noticed. Of course, I ruined it instantly by saying, yeah, whatever. Just don't touch the fries again. Smooth, Ethan. Real smooth." But Tyler only smirked and said, "Guess you'll just have to keep an eye on me then." Did he just flirt with me? And just like that, my terrible summer job officially became a problem, because I couldn't tell if I wanted to strangle Tyler or kiss him. The next day, I walked into the diner with one goal. Pretend last night never happened. Easy, right? Wrong. Tyler greeted me with a smirk and a casual, "Hey partner," like we were suddenly co-workers in some cowboy movie. I ignored him, obviously, which was hard because, apparently, Tyler's main hobby was existing loudly. Like, how do you breathe so obnoxiously? But ignoring Tyler didn't last long because the diner filled up with a group of the loudest high school kids on earth. And guess who got stuck taking their order? Yep, us, together, again. "Smile," Tyler whispered. "You're scaring the customers." I smiled all right through gritted teeth. Pretty sure I looked like a serial killer clown. Of course, one of the kids ordered the most complicated milkshake in history. Tyler shoved the ticket at me like, "Good luck, buddy." I may or may not have accidentally dumped the whipped cream machine on his arm later. Totally by accident. Totally. He gasped dramatically, like he'd just been stabbed. "You're lucky I look good even covered in whipped cream." he said. I swear my brain shut down for a second. And that's when the real problem started. My heart, it kept doing this stupid thump-thump thing whenever he smirked at me. Stupid organ. Later, after the chaos died down, we had to clean tables together, which meant me awkwardly wiping ketchup while Tyler casually hummed along to the jukebox. And for a split second, it felt weirdly normal. Like maybe this was what friends did. Except, newsflash, I wasn't supposed to want to be friends. Hey, Tyler said suddenly, you missed a spot. And instead of pointing, he leaned over and wiped ketchup off my cheek with his thumb. My brain blue-screened. And listen, if you think my heart wasn't about to leap out of my chest right then, you're wrong. And if you want to see how far this absolute disaster goes, you might as well like and subscribe. Because honestly, this story, it only gets messier. The next shift, Tyler brought in a milkshake. For me. Peace offering, he said. I took it. I mean, who says no to free milkshake? Not me. Except, halfway through drinking it, I realized it was vanilla. And Tyler knew I hated vanilla. Oops, he said. Must have forgotten. He definitely didn't forget. Why do you always mess with me? I asked. Tyler shrugged and said, because watching you get flustered is my new favorite sport. And the worst part? I couldn't even argue, because he wasn't wrong. I was flustered, constantly, and every time, it got harder to pretend I didn't like it. Later that evening, when the diner emptied out, Tyler dragged me to the back alley to help unload soda crates. And oh no, it was one of those cliché "we're alone" moments. I dropped my crate, obviously. The glass bottles rattled like they were seconds from exploding. Tyler caught it before it smashed. And for some reason, my heart exploded instead. Careful, he whispered. And the way he said it, soft, low, felt less like careful and more like I'm 2 inches away from ruining your life. I laughed nervously, stepped back, and almost tripped on a soda cap. Smooth, right? Meanwhile, Tyler just chuckled like he had me all figured out. And maybe he did. Because for the first time, I wasn't sure if Tyler Brooks was my enemy or something else entirely. All I knew was this summer wasn't going the way I planned. And the more time I spent with Tyler, the less I wanted it to end. The next week, I caught myself actually looking forward to my shifts, which was concerning, because that meant I was looking forward to Tyler. Yikes. And it wasn't just me. Customers kept whispering, "Aw, those boys are cute together," which was mortifying. Tyler, of course, loved it. One old lady even said, "You two make such a lovely couple." I almost choked on my own oxygen. Tyler? He just winked and said, "We get that a lot." I wanted to argue, but my brain was too busy screaming, "Why did that sound kinda nice?" That night, when the diner was empty, we found ourselves cleaning up again. Except this time, it didn't feel like work. It felt like us. "Why do you always tease me?" I asked suddenly. He paused, then shrugged. "Maybe because it's the only way I know how to talk to you." My chest tightened. Because underneath the smirks and sarcasm, there it was. Something real. Before I could even overthink it, Tyler leaned in just a little closer and whispered, "You're kind of fun to be around, Parker." My brain, say something cool. My mouth, thanks. Burger boy. Nailed it. Totally nailed it. But Tyler didn't let me drown in embarrassment. Instead, he leaned even closer and said, "Don't worry. I like you anyway." It felt like the air in the diner suddenly disappeared. My heart was beating so loud, I was sure Tyler could hear it. Then, of course, someone honked outside, breaking the moment. Classic universe. Thanks for nothing. But even without words, something had changed. Suddenly, wiping counters felt like flirting. Passing plates felt like holding hands. Everything was different. And the scariest part? I didn't hate it. Not one bit. A week later, during closing shift, the jukebox started playing some cheesy love song. Tyler, being the menace he is, offered his hand. "Dance with me." "Absolutely not," I said, which apparently translated to, "Yes, but make it awkward." Because 2 seconds later, I was swaying with him between empty booths, and for the first time in forever, I wasn't thinking about hating him. I was just thinking about him. "See?" Tyler whispered. "Not so bad." And before I could chicken out, he leaned in. And just like that, Tyler Brooks kissed me. It wasn't perfect. My nose bumped into his. I almost stepped on his foot, but somehow, it was still the best kiss of my life. When we finally pulled apart, he smirked and whispered, "Guess you don't hate me as much as you thought, huh?" I wanted to argue. I really did. But all I managed was, "Shut up and pass me a milkshake." Smooth recovery, Ethan. Very smooth. And that's how my worst summer ever turned into the most unforgettable one. Because somehow, between burnt fries